Yo, welcome to the OGPOV Universe. We kicking game from an OG point of view. And sitting here smoking this Pop Tart. And I'm sitting here thinking, first of all, shout out to Kush King. I watched Kush King's video, Kush King 710. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. But he made a video on how less is more. And one of the things he was talking about was the taste. You know what I mean? Like when you roll big, thick ass doinks, like you lose so much taste. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it affects the airflow through the joint when so much flour packed in there. I don't know, but there's something about rolling smaller, more intimate joints that you just get a better flavor, a better taste. I don't know if it's because the flame is closer to your mouth. I don't know if that's what it is, but I've always noticed that the smaller the joint, the better the taste. When I first started rolling up a couple years ago, about five, going on 6 years now, I've been smoking. But anyway, I started with 1.25 papers. You know what I mean? I started with more of a smaller roll. King size paper it was intimidating to me. But with that being said, I just remember the taste of the 1.25 always just being crazy. To the point where even when I would have a king size paper, I would cut it just so I could have the fresh flour closer to the lip. You know what I mean? Closer to the tip. I don't know what it was, but I just felt as though you got higher quicker. But yeah. What do you think about that? You know what I mean? What do you think is the rules for getting the best flavor? And this is honestly, and this is no diss again, but this is not for the blunt smokers, man. Like, you can't taste that shit anyway in a lot of these blunts. I remember, before I smoked, I used to watch niggas buy like Game Leafs, Game Blunts, whatever that shit is, White Owl. Gross, man. I just can't. I can't understand how people do that. Like, that's one of the things that turned me off through the years before I even smoked. That shit just smells so bad. But again, I ain't here to diss blunts. I don't even, I can hop in my blunt dissing bag quick. But yeah, less is more. Yeah, I could roll a 3 gram joint, 2.5 gram joint. One, I'm wasting flour. Two, it's not going to taste as good. I had some booth weed, not super booth the strain, but some trash weed one time. And I got it off this chick. And it was so bad. And this is maybe, I don't even know how this example correlates, but I rolled up, it had to be like 4 grams in one joint. And we smoked that shit at the gym. And we all hitting it, going back and forth, and nobody got high. The weed was bad, but it was just an overall poor experience. Like, you would think, like, all right, even though this is bad weed, we're going to roll up 4+ grams in one joint. We're just going to pass this shit around, get high as hell. You know what I mean? But the weed wasn't that good. But with that being said, it just wasn't a good experience because it was just too big. Like, no diddy. That sounds crazy. But it's just not my style. You know what I mean? It's just not my style. And at the end of the day, you just smoke more, for instance, you just wasting flour for real. If we just being honest, you're wasting flour. When you when you roll all of that, because for one, you only got to hit it a couple times to truly get high. If you hit it 3-4 times, put it out and just relax, let the onset happen. You know what I mean? The onset is how long it takes for the effects to kick in. Sit down, wait for the the onset. Like right now, I'm gonna put it out. Because again, hit it a couple times, put it out, move on. So that's not my problem, but I just I love to finish joints too. That's another thing. Like I would roll a 1 1/4 just so I can finish it and kind of not feel accomplished, but I know that all right, I just smoked a joint. I don't know. I like smoking joints. You know, I like being able to smoke the whole thing and then move on. You know, but yeah, Kush King 710 said that less is more, and I agree. I definitely agree. Let me know what you think. Um, how much do you like to roll? Like some people, like for instance, backwood rollers, they say they be putting 3.5 grams in their blunts or they in their woods. Um, that's crazy. Woods do be hitting though. Woods they hit like a motherfucker. I don't know. Obviously it's the different shit that be in the backwood papers or wraps, but backwood be motherfucking having your head about to explode like. So I don't know if you smoke backwoods, maybe this theory ain't for you because you don't want to roll a 0.8. It's gotta be 1.3. It's gotta be 1.3. Mm. You can taste that. Sometimes it's good to get a good coughing. Mm. Healthy coughs. You know what I mean? Whew. About to be high as hell. Less is more. Holy shit. Oh, Pop Tart. So let's see. Hold on. Lemon frosting and floral cherry. I need. Let's look at some of the reviews. Let me see. Weed Man said it was this strain. From the other reviews, I believe him. It's a sativa dominant hybrid for sure. It hits the head hard, a bit too hard. It gives me a headache and spreads throughout the body slowly. Tastes great, very fruity with the sweet, some pine in there too. I noticed that a lot of sativa dominant strains give you more of a cerebral, like a nose tingling before it hits the head. It kind of lingers here in the nose, So if the strain starts to build hair in the nose, get ready for an experience, a sativa dominant experience. But he says my issues with the strain are it's hard to sleep on and it's often a headache. Tasty and smooth, dense and definitely a sativa dominant hybrid. Okay. So you could really taste the it's like a sweet. It's like it's like it's like it's like a sweet zesty cake inhale. That's smooth. I can feel the sativa though. Not really a huge sativa at night type of person, because sativas will keep you up. But that's the beauty of knowing what you're smoking. So we got to know what we're smoking, how much we're smoking, the reason why, And you know, you just gotta stay true to, you know, your purpose within this shit. You know, you don't want to just be doing things just cause. You know what I mean? What do you say? Everybody want to be the man just cause. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Nip. Nip said, you can have it all. It's all about your reason. Why do you smoke? You know, why do you move with intention? You know, how we do anything is how we do everything. So you don't want to freestyle through anything, through any aspect of your life. But shout out to Kush King 710. Stay locked into all things OGPOV. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you're smoking on in the comments, and less is definitely more. Appreciate that. We'll figure it out.